All right, welcome back, everybody, to another episode of the Leverage Podcast. Today, I'm honored to have Mr. Scott Reib on here. I'm going to let him kind of talk about his business model, what he does, how he makes money. I've heard a lot of great things about what he brings to the table, so I'm excited today to have him as a guest. Scott, welcome to the show, and thank you so much for joining. And tell our audience a little bit about yourself and what you do and how you make money.
Mike, thanks for having me on. I've been looking forward to this all week. I am a lawyer. I make my money through our law firm, Reib Law, and I have another company called Shadowproof Solutions, where we do speaking, podcasts, books, and do our own events. But I work with entrepreneurs who are trying to grow, scale their businesses, and I help them do it in a protected way.
Love that. So, like I look at it from our business, right? We're sitting right around a 20 million gross revenue business. And obviously we would get lawyers that are on retainers, right? Things like that. So for our clients that are out there, what is kind of like that revenue range? What's that, or what's that avatar that would look like a great opportunity for them to work with you?
It's a great question. We work with a pretty wide range of business owners, from startup all the way to 150, $200 million businesses. The As soon as you have risk, which is when you open the door,
Yeah.
you need to be working with a lawyer. And so we created a plan in 2012 called the Access Plan to give entrepreneurs like me access to legal information and services in an affordable way. Fortune 500 companies all have lawyers.
Yeah.
They have them on speed dial. Well,
100%.
everyone else needs it too. So we created plans that range from 425 a month to 3350 a month, depending on where you are in your business life cycle, so that you can have that access. Get your LLCs done right, get your contracts reviewed, make sure you've got custom documents that match what you're doing. And so a perfect client for us is someone that's probably hit their first quarter million. They're kind of feeling like, oh, you know what? I've got something at risk.
Yeah.
I need to make sure there's someone that's helping me watch that for me. And then I like to say that we ask our clients to make a paradigm shift from lawyers aren't emergency rooms, lawyers are primary care.
Yeah, love that. Love that concept because it's so true, right? And most people feel like, and I think they see that in a multitude of things, like sometimes insurance, right? It's like, I don't want to pay that now, but I'll pay it if something happens. It's like, well, that's a little too late.
Yeah.
It's like legal and having the right contracts and the right documentation is what keeps you out of those emergency situations.
Yeah. I like to say having the right information at the right time is often the difference between success and failure.
Yeah.
And traditionally, how people hire lawyers is they have a problem. They then start Googling lawyers, calling friends, who should I use?
Yeah.
Then they make an appointment, which could be a week out or further, pay something for that consultation, then decide if this is the right lawyer for you. It could be too late. You need to make a decision now on something. I just got off the phone with a client that's got a $90,000 opportunity in front of them tomorrow,
Wow.
not next week. They need to make some decisions today. Well, you have to have already set that relationship up. If you don't have a lawyer already, you're not going to get one.
Yeah, it's so true. And it's like, honestly, with the big enough business, and once you run a big enough business, it's not a matter of if, it's how many lawsuits are going to be thrown against you, right? Like whether they're legit, frivolous, whatever, it doesn't matter,
Yeah,
right?
doesn't
You
matter.
got a big enough business, you need somebody on your retainer or in your corner because it's very simple. Because now if somebody threatens, hey, I'm going to turn this over to my attorney, cool, let me CC mine and now I'm out, right? I don't want to
Yeah,
speak on behalf of the company now. I've got an attorney that does that for me, right? And the last
right.
thing I want to do is say something that puts me into a bad situation that an attorney's going to be like, how many times have you probably seen that where you're like, you just put me in a corner
Yeah.
because of what you said or
Why?
committed to as your
Why did you
attorney.
say it that way? Yeah, for sure.
Exactly. I'm 100% in the legal field's favor. Like I'm like we absolutely better have a lawyer, and I love that model, right? Like you're not just a hey, my retainer is $800 an hour, $500 an hour, take it or leave it. You actually have a model that can cater to the level of the needs and the level of the business.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And I'm not the only subscription lawyer out there. I think we're
Hmm.
one of the first. I think we do. I think we're one of the best. But one
Yeah.
of the differences, a lot of people that are doing this are doing it on the gym membership model.
Yeah.
which if you've ever had a gym membership, they're hoping you don't use it, right? They're
Yeah.
signing up as many people as possible and hoping no one shows up. Because if we all showed up, they couldn't take us all. Well, we're doing the opposite. We're trying to sign up a few and make them use it. Because if
Yeah.
you aren't using it, there's no value there. And my whole mission is to help you grow and scale in a protected way, not just take your money.
Yeah, I love that concept too because those gym memberships and everything's about a high churn, right? They have a lot of
Yeah,
turnover. They have a lot of churn because they're not intentionally trying. I mean, granted, their product provides value, but if you're not helping the client push to use the product or the service, in case the
yeah,
gym membership, right? They are making their money off of honestly, they're making money off a low dollar fee, right? It's $39,
yeah.
$49. Most people aren't going to sniff at like, I
Mhm.
think I'll go to the gym next month and maybe the next month, but yeah,
Yeah.
100%. Um, what are you guys looking to try to grow right now? What's the biggest thing you're focused on growing right now for your company?
That's a great question. We're focused right now on growing our membership. We're wanting to actually scale. I've got a system built now that we can do that with.
Yeah.
So, like right now, we're right around 100 members, and we want to be at 300 members by the end of 2028.
Yeah. Okay. Awesome. 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 Where is your are you state specific with the licensing or are you going to go nationwide because you have additional attorneys and or lawyers in different areas? What does that look like?
I do have it. We have lawyers that are licensed in lots of different states, and
Cool.
then we practice law out of my home base here, just north of Dallas in Texas. So everything we do is what I call the low-hanging fruit. It's the stuff that's pretty much the same everywhere. So
Yep.
we're getting your corporate structure right, we're getting your contracts right, your legal systems right, and then if there's something specific that we have to do in your neck of the woods, we can get someone in that state to go help us do it and quarterback it for you.
Awesome. Love that. Well, because I'm trying to focus a lot on the local area, one of those things is trying to build like a little network community, right? Whether it's with the number of clients that we have, whether it's
Mhm.
like partnerships in the capacity of like we have an office here that has like a 150-person training room into it, right? And so we're like, hey, if anybody ever has a need to use that, it's no cost, right? I just bring this up
Yeah.
because like it's cool to be able to give back to other business owners
Oh, yeah.
and work together and just like, hey, I don't know, how can I scratch your back? And if you scratch mine later, that's awesome. But if not, like that's why I'm doing the podcast. That's why I have a sixth floor in Las Colinas in a building with glass windows overlooking a lake. Anyways, it's like cool. Anybody want to use it? That
Yeah.
makes sense. Like I'm not gonna do somebody wants to shoot an OnlyFans shooter or something up here, right? It's like it's got to be a business
It's
need, but generally
that's
speaking, like we're not doing that. But
no, no.
you're never surprised at what things are asked when you give a free opportunity. I'll just leave it at
I'm
that.
going to take you up on that. That's great.
100%, man. And I'll send
Not
you
the
photos of.
OnlyFans thing,
Yeah.
the
I'm out on that. I'll let security handle that one. Oh, man, that's awesome. What's one thing you do today that most people are not in the industry? And I think you may have addressed that, right? That is kind of probably the monthly pay model, right?
yeah, the monthly pay and value billing. So
Mhm.
we work two ways. Either you're in our subscription program, which I think is the best way, or we do flat fee packages. So you tell us what you need done. We help you diagnose a problem. Here's how to work it. Here's the scope of work, and here's the price. And if we're
Yep.
efficient, we make money. If we're not efficient, we don't make money. I don't
Yeah.
get to just keep billing you until I make money. Uh,
I do
it's
like that model. Yeah, 100%. Because
yeah,
there's a
and
cap
so
on it, right? So,
yeah, there should be. I feel like the billable hour is dead and everyone just doesn't know it yet
mhm.
because you need a lawyer that's on your side of the table. And
Yep.
if they can charge you, if they can give you a bill for as much time as they want to or pick the rate, you're you're never on the same side of the table. They need to be motivated to solve your problems efficiently.
Yeah, and I think one of the biggest complaints I have is, or I've heard people say, I should say, right, is there's no control over the pricing structure. I think you just kind of alluded to that, right? It's
Yeah.
like there's no, it's like, okay, well, my paralegal has to do this, I'm gonna charge her fee, and then I
Hmm.
have my fee, and then all of a sudden you're looking at this 5,000, 10,000, $15,000 retainer, and you're like,
Yeah.
oh, where did it all go? You're asking me for more?
Well,
What?
yeah. I tried my last jury trial in April of 22.
Yeah,
And it was an $80,000 contract. My client wanted to settle badly, but the other side would not discuss it at all.
got
So
it.
both sides ended up spending over $130,000 each to litigate this $80,000 contract. We won the lawsuit, but my client just got to pay the ticket for doing that, right?
Yeah.
It's a crazy world, and so we don't litigate anymore. All we do is general counsel, estate
Yeah.
planning, legacy planning, and asset protection.
Ah, man, so good, so good. I love that. And you're niching into something, right? So you're very
Yeah,
specialized, even though I know there's a
yeah.
lot of legal that's specialized in
Oh
divorce
yeah.
or criminal or whatever, right? But that's really cool. What's something you kind of stopped doing, like that helped you grow faster? Kind of a curveball question here.
I stopped going to a bunch of networking meetings.
Hmm.
I used to
Hmm.
spend a lot of my time going to, each morning going to the next breakfast networking meeting,
Yeah.
meeting people, and then doing all the one-to-one meetings after that. And I found that I found and was told by coaches that I was wasting time,
Hmm.
that most of those people were not actually my target market or avatar, whatever you want to call it, and that I needed to quit doing that. And
Yep.
instead, I now go to conferences with
Hmm.
people that are either in my industry, so other lawyers, or they're industries that I want to work with.
Yep.
And then I get on the stages and speak to those industries now as well.
Yeah. Oh, I love that concept. Yeah, I do that a lot with like, I mean, I came from a real estate background. I now know run a virtual assistant company with my
Yeah,
friend, my son. But with that being said, it's like I in real estate, obviously the one to many approach was awesome, right? Get up on stage and talk to a lot of people, so I don't have to do a lot of one-on-one conversations, as
mm-hmm.
you kind of alluded to.
Yep,
But that's also how your brand and your name got out there too, right? Is by
yeah,
attending those prospective clients and bases. And I started to learn to use leverage then too. It's like, okay, hey, I've got a team that'll talk to you instead of it having to be me on the one-on-ones and the follow-ups. And so, anyways, there's just a way to, like you said, leverage and kind of
sure.
dial that in. But I'm with you like that. I don't, when I was in real estate, it was like every lender and every title company and every home inspector wanted to take me to lunch and breakfast. And I'm like, guys, I can't get anything done. I appreciate the free food. But when I first started, you're
Yeah,
right. I just need to get to know people. But when I was
yeah,
selling 30, 40 homes a month as a team, I'm like,
yeah.
guys, the last thing I have time to do is go have lunch and have breakfast and coffee. I got so much on my plate.
Yeah.
uh, I was let's I might kind of hit you with one more question, then we'll kind of move into that lightning round. Is what is a piece of leverage advice you give someone trying to scale to the next level?
The leverage that you need to scale to the next level is getting a coach. Don't try to
Yeah.
do it by yourself. Get someone that's already done it and has a path for you to follow. Not
Yes.
someone that thinks they know how to do it, but someone that's actually done it.
I think that's true, right? And there's so many sales out there. I love coaches. I talk about all the time with
Yeah,
coaches. Is
sure.
it's it's a shortcut, right? If I can give you the right coach that can shortcut you to success, they're worth their weight in gold. I tell people all the time, I'm like, I don't care what they cost you. They're worth it because they're going to grow your revenue by three times their cost, probably,
Yeah,
and they're going to
yeah,
save you on the back end making a bunch of dumb mistakes.
yep, yeah. It's the biggest lever you can find, and the successful entrepreneurs that I know all have a coach, and they may even have multiple coaches depending on what they're trying to do,
It's a
because
thousand
coaches
percent.
specialize just like you and I do,
Yep.
and so you may need different coaches for different things.
Exactly. And I look at it as a business owner. It's like, man, sometimes there's exit strategy coaches, right? And there's P&L, like financial basic coaching, not basics, but just financial awareness coaching. There's legal coaching. There's fitness coaching. Like you said, some of the
Yeah,
biggest names in the industry have 4 to 5 specialized coaches all day long.
yeah. And if I was hiring a coach, I would ask them, "Do you have a coach?" If they don't have
Yeah.
a coach, they don't believe in it.
Yeah, exactly. Show me your pedigree, show me your background, and show me the coach. I mean, you're absolutely right. One of the big names that I know that I won't put his name out in the aircast, but he's basically, yeah, he's got a fitness coach, he's got a marriage coach, he's got a spiritual coach. It's like,
Hmm.
like I don't even know how he gets anything done because he's in so many coaches and he coaches a lot of people. But hey, I don't ask that question.
Yeah.
But he's also one of the most physically fit guys I've met in my life, and he's like 58 years old. You know, what I mean, there's evidence
Yeah.
there that clearly his coaching is working very well. What trends are you paying attention to right now?
I mean, I'm immersing myself in AI,
Yeah.
right? So I think the trick is, how do we utilize AI in our businesses and then focus on being more human
Yeah.
and having more human touch, because we've created more time and ability ability to do that by leveraging AI.
I'm a sidebar from it. What do you see from a legal perspective that could be some complications for entrepreneurs in AI? I don't want to open up an entire Pandora's box,
No,
but I'm just generally curious if you have like some high level thoughts on that.
yeah. So there's no attorney-client privilege with anything that you ask AI.
Got it.
So if you're a Gronk, Chat, Claude, if you ask it, if you say, "Hey, here's my situation.
Yeah,
What do I do?" You may get a
got
right
it.
answer, and it may work out. If it doesn't, and you end up in litigation,
Got it.
that they can send a discovery request and ask for your ChatGPT log, and they'll get all of the information that you put in there. If you'd given that to your lawyer, they would never get it. Let the
Uh,
lawyer put it into AI,
yep.
not you.
Very interesting. So that's a cool, I mean, that's a very interesting thing I was not even aware of. It's like,
Mhm.
yeah, that can be used. I guess, you know, I've seen it maybe in some divorce cases, right? But it's usually the spouse that's discovered it or whatever through logging in. But I didn't know that the other side could
Get
subpoena
it?
in to, yeah, evidence your, but I guess it's the same thing with like search history, right? Or anything like that. I
That's
guess any of
right.
that stuff can be put into because it's through the internet and not through a legal representative.
Yeah, because a lot of people will go do they think I'm going to do my homework before I go to the lawyer.
Yeah.
And so they'll do all this work, pre-work, and then they've exposed all of that information
Oh, that's
to
broad.
the
Broad.
litigation. So
Yeah.
don't do that.
Wow. See, I love doing these shows because I learned so many different things. It's like one,
Yeah.
it's like we've got a monthly model for legal, and now we're learning that yeah, absolutely. Be careful what you put into your AI that may or may not
Hmm.
cover you. Especially really important for CEOs and business owners because they are
Oh,
all using the heck out of AI right now to build their businesses.
yep.
Well, very good. All right, I want to hit you on the lightning round, my friend. What is your favorite business book?
The E-Myth Revisited.
I had that one once, so it's awesome because I have asked this 50 times and it's always different. And that was awesome. That must be a good one. I've got to read that one. What is one of your best purchases over $10,000?
Mastermind I was in 2018.
What was that? I mean, it's just supposed to be short hitters, but I'm just generally curious.
It was 24,000 a year.
Nice. What was the mastermind?
It was Ollie Billison
Okay.
ran that mastermind. He ran a couple of different companies. It ended up being mostly people doing digital marketing,
Mhm.
which was fun. And I made some relationships in that have made me a lot of money over the last 5 years.
Yeah, I always try to tell people sometimes the cost of the room, the impact
It's the
is
room.
tenfold because it's a reason it's cost. Not all, but I've been in some big rooms that it's like Tony Robbins. Like, what the hell is he charge like 100 grand for his platinum room or
Yeah.
something like that?
Yeah.
But the people that are there are like, yeah, like the biggest names in the world. So yeah, you pay for access for sure.
That's right.
What is let's see, what am I gonna I'm gonna go with what's the most impactful habit that you have?
Hmm. Uh, I work out. I have to for my sanity, and so that I can not get as big as a house. But but the way I make sure I do it is I pack my gym bag on Sunday
Hmm.
for the week,
Uh,
and by that I mean this is weird, but I put 5 pair of underwear in my gym bag on Sunday night,
mhm.
and I'm signaling my brain that I'm going to the gym 5 times this week.
Absolutely. Yeah, front end loading it. That makes sense. Yeah, 100%. It's just like prepping your meals, right? And all that. If you do that on Sunday and then you pack them, you're more likely to use them than if you pack them
That's
every
right.
day.
Yep.
What's one thing that you would never delegate?
Ooh, that's interesting. I can't think of anything I wouldn't
Yeah.
delegate if I had the right person working for me.
All right. That's fair. I think that's a great answer. There's nothing wrong with any answers. If I opened up the book of Scott Reib and he was the dictionary, how would he write in his dictionary the definition of leverage?
See, when I asked you earlier, what's something I need to know for the show? What's the definition of leverage? Uh, how I'm going to be very simple with that.
Yeah,
Leverage
that's
would be
better.
something that I can pull on and create more of what I need.
Yeah.
So, like I use the using the coaching for that. How can I leverage relationships? How can I, if I have someone that knows the people that I need to work with, how can I provide them value and then leverage that to get to the people that I need to help?
100%. Yeah, I love that. And there's no wrong answer, right? I love it because I've had everything from how to leverage other people, how to leverage AI. There's
Yeah.
no wrong answer to that. So well done on that. All right. Well, with that, we're running around 20 minutes on this episode, which is just spot on. Scott, thanks for coming in. I appreciate it. I know this will resonate with some people because you run a very cool, unique model on the legal side with lawyers. Would you tell our audience how they could reach out and connect with you?
Yeah, let me give you two ways. One is to go to reblaw.com. That's our main website. And if you'll go to reblaw.com /5 legal mistakes, you can get to my free webinar on how to avoid the 5 legal mistakes. And then you can always find me on Instagram at the Scott Reib.
Perfect. And I will drop that down into the comments and we'll put that into there, that URL as well. And obviously my audience already knows they can just reach out to me and my team at any given time on any connections that they need, including legal, and we will get them that necessary information. So Scott, thanks so much. I look forward to maybe like a post conversation here, and we'll see about getting you into the office and checking out our space. And then, anyways, man, thanks so much. I'm going to tell my audience, peace out right now. Thank you for joining on another fabulous episode of Local Business Owners that bring a lot of wisdom and knowledge to the table. So Scott, thank you so much.
Thanks, Mike.